Hello, my name is Eugene Manns. I am a student at Rockingham Community College. The semester is summer of 2011. The class is NOS-130-40. The instructor is LEINECKER, and the assignment is a YouTube video on finding network basic information. On my laptop, the operating system that I have is Windows Vista. So you start by going to the Windows logo, Start button, whichever you want to call it. Select it. In your search option, type in CMD. The program comes up. Press enter. You have a dialog box that pops up, and that's your default directory. At the command line, you type in ipconfig, and it brings up the information for your IP configuration. This assignment requires that we cover 4 topics. One is the IP address, 2 is the subnet mask, 3 is the gateway, and 4 is the DNS server. Well, I'm going to give a little brief explanation of what each is so we can understand what we're looking at. Your IP address is an exclusive number all information technology devices such as printers, routers, modems use, which identify and allow them to communicate with each other on a network. This is the standard of communication called the Internet Protocol Standard. Basically, this is your home address. For example, when you receive mail from the post office, this is your home address. The sending party must have your mailing address, which is your IP address, and in your town, which is your network, for you to receive mail. This is same for all equipment on the internet. Without this address, you can't receive any information. IP addresses may be assigned permanently for email servers, business, or a permanent home resident. So the basics of the IP address, there are 4 numbers in an IP address called octets. They have 8 positions when viewed in binary form. The octets serve a purpose of creating classes of the IP address that can be assigned to particular businesses, governments, or other entities. The octets are split into 2 sections, which are a net and a host. The net section always contains the first octet. It is used to identify the network that a computer belongs to. The host, referred to as a node, identifies the actual computer on the network. The host section always contains the last octet. There are 5 IP classes plus certain special addresses. Now we'll scroll here to find the IP address, which is here, 192.168.2.6, and that's IP version 4. The next topic we're going to cover is the subnet mask. Now, similar to IP addresses, a subnet mask contains 4 bytes and is often written using the same dotted decimal notation. Applying a subnet mask to an IP address allows you to identify the network and node parts of the address. The network bits are represented by the 1s in the mask, and the node bits are represented by the 0s. which are identical to the subnet length. The subnet mask and the IP address work together but not independently. Applying the subnet mask to an IP address splits the address into two parts, an extended network address and a host address. Next is the gateway, which is 192.168.2.1. The gateway is a node that allows you to gain entrance into a network and vice versa. On the internet, the node, which is the stopping point, can be a gateway or a host node, a computer that controls the traffic your network or ISP, which is an internet service provider, receives as a node. In most homes, a gateway is the device provided by the internet service provider that connects users to the internet, which is most of the time your modem. And finally is the DNS server. Now, first we have to understand what DNS means, which is Domain Name System. This allows the IP address to be translated to words. It is much easier for us to remember a word than a series of numbers. This is the same is true for email addresses such as Yahoo, instead of seeing a bunch of ones and zeros in binary. Also, the domain name system is a standard of technology for managing the names of websites and other internet domains. DNS technology allows you to type into your web browser like compnetworking.about.com and your computer to automatically find that address on the internet. A key element of the DNS is a worldwide collection of DNS servers. What then is a DNS server? A DNS server is any computer registered to join the domain name system. A DNS server runs special purpose networking software which features a public IP address and contains a database of network names and addresses for other internet hosts. So, connection specific DNS suffix. This is the router which I go through. It is the Belkin _ N2W O01R1B. The connection specific DNS suffix, you can see the number here. And I'm just scrolling down to show you some of the other information available. So that is the end of my video for how to find basic networking information on your computer. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy it.